travel bin on the left.
Well, the motorspirit is here in Shanghai for the Shanghai Auto Show. The Shanghai Auto Show is at a new venue this year, and it's big. It's said that you could put the Detroit Auto Show in one of these wings. And to get a feel for it, you can take Dodger Stadium, Angel Stadium, Petco Park, and Qualcomm, and squish them all together, and you'd get a sense for how big it is. It's the world's largest exhibition space.
Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the BMW press conference at Auto Shanghai 2015. I am Jade, and it is so lovely to have so many media friends and fans of BMW to join us this morning here in Shanghai. 女士们、先生们、各位尊敬的来宾，大家早上好！欢迎光临2015上海国际车展宝马集团的新闻发布会。我是主持人王璐，非常高兴能够在上海再次的见到这么多的媒体同行，还有 BMW 品牌的拥趸。Now, before presenting to you a whole range of exciting and trend-setting innovations and products, allow me to introduce to you senior executives from the BMW Group. 首先，允许我为各位介绍 Dr. Ian Robertson, member of the Board of Management of BMW AG, responsible for sales and marketing.
执行董事长比尔·福特先生上台致辞。
Good morning. It's a great pleasure to be here with you. And I'm thrilled to be part of the team that's going to show you the next wave of new Lincoln vehicles for China. They truly represent a modern interpretation of my grandfather, Edsel Ford's original vision. When Ford Motor Company acquired Lincoln in 1921, Edsel Ford personally took charge of the Lincoln luxury brand with a very clear mission. He said, "My father built the most popular car in the world. I want to build the best." And working with the greatest designers and coach builders of his time, he created stunning vehicles that epitomized his own vision of luxury. He built the reputation of the Lincoln brand with vehicles that offered impeccable craftsmanship, elegant designs, and new levels of customization.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President of Lincoln, Kumar Galhotra.
女士们、先生们，让我们欢迎林肯总裁葛浩华先生上台致辞。
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Lincoln Continental concept. We designed this vehicle by listening to our customers very carefully. Listening is a very deeply embedded part of Lincoln culture.
而且这个同比增长达到75%的一个年销售目标，这不是每一家车企都敢提出来的目标。 谢谢 赛车宝贝们的精彩表演。我们知道。
This is the Shanghai Automobile Museum. It's about an hour from central Shanghai when you take the metro.
And while the history of Chinese cars is relatively short, you have to wonder what the modern Chinese think of when they see perfect examples of European and American cars like the Mini, XKE, and Ferrari, and classic American cars from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and the culture they represent.
Well, this is Shanghai, and like in most of China, the contrasts can be sharp and subtle. There's nothing like the magnificence that is in Chinese elegance. And on the other hand, they use trash and rubble to decorate streets and neighborhoods. And then there are the outdoor restaurants with no more than a rice cooker. Go right around the block to a Western hotel and you can get burger and fries. And then there are the tall apartment buildings and low-slung cement bunker-looking places remindful of the hutongs in Beijing. And the apartment houses try to mimic the front of a French chateau or the Regent style that you might find perfect fit in London. And then there's the subtle. You can look in the metro cars or the buses and see the fruits of a one-child policy. There are more men than women. It's a perfect opportunity for a young lady to find the ideal husband. For me, the best place to get noodles in Shanghai is right here. Like any gourmet restaurant, they make the noodles on the spot and the broth, although you may not want to see quite how they do it, but it is delicious. The service can be a little surly, but the atmosphere is great. It's right across from the Yuan Garden metro stop.
Volvo is owned by this man, and while Chinese owned, it is selling Scandinavian style.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to us here at the Volvo car stand in Shanghai, our second home market and our second home city. China is today our largest market. We sell over 80,000 cars last year on this market, and that was an increase of 33% compared with the year before. We have also communicated that the car built in Chengdu, the 60M, we will start to export to the United States next month. And I think this is a clear demonstration that we are capable of producing cars with a global quality level here in China. And we are very proud that we are the first car maker to export luxury cars from China. And I believe this is a very important example of how we are making the Volvo brand even more global. But let me now look
Making this show for Volvo was the console lounge. No front passenger seat, something for the busy chauffeured executive.
For XC90 Excellence, we have designed a space where the rear passenger is the focal point, not the front row. For us, this meant using our specially developed front seats in the rear for maximum comfort. not just providing additional console features like other car makers. We also added a quiet zone feel to the rear seats by including a glass soundproofing partition separating the luggage area. Essentially, we wanted to deliver privacy, silence, and space, the elements that are the true hallmarks of modern luxury, especially for people with a busy executive lifestyle.
Volvo's twin-engine hybrid engine is pitched to be electric in the city and gas on the highway. And in Shanghai, that can give an owner a break on getting a license plate.
This is a Haval H2. It's made by Great Wall here in China. Great Wall is really finding a lot of success building SUVs. Now the H2 is about $16,000 US. And some of the detents are a little loose. The last time I sat in a Great Wall was the 2010 Beijing Auto Show, and the quality was really poor. It's really gone up. Now you get in an H6, and that is comparable to a Honda CR-V. You'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference.
This is a Haval H6. And just when did a crossover SUV become a coupe? And this has a nice interior. Plug-in hybrids were popular concepts, all in an effort to satisfy China's tough fuel economy standards. And the economy has hit a reported slowdown, from slowing exports to sluggish Europe and hesitant consumers. Although despite congestion, pollution, and cost, they want cars. And the government's anti-corruption campaign, while it's affecting watches and whiskey, has found some chauffeured officials getting driver's licenses so they don't appear ostentatious. But that didn't stop the world's supercars from taking over a whole hall, a kind of a supercar zoo, with cars protected by glass partitions.
The Shanghai Auto Show did not disappoint. It was interesting to see the progress being made in quality in the Chinese cars, and watch the Westerners push their way into the market like metro riders. And the spectacle and spectacular displays like Buick. The next Shanghai Auto Show is in 2017. Not far in car time.